A few months ago, Bandai Namco hosted a contest in anticipation of the Elden Ring DLC. The prompt was to make a trailer of Shadow of the Erdtree that showcased your knowledge of the game, the story, the characters, the community, and just basically everything that Elden Ring was about. The grand prize was a life-size statue of Messmer the Impaler. They had this big virtual award ceremony to announce all of the winners, and I ended up winning first place.
And the winner is...
Kite Tails. If you want to watch the full game video, you can do that at eldenring.com/video.
Oh my gosh! Look, this is basically like being crowned Miss Elden Ring, okay? This is a lifetime moment for me. So sometime after the awards ceremony, I get an email with some forms to fill out. It's basically, should you choose to accept this statue, you must sign here on the dotted line, liability, taxes, etc. I set a date with the shipping company because I was told I would have to be at home to receive it, but I didn't receive any specific details about the statue. Will Neff, who was one of the hosts of the awards ceremony and also one of the judges, and also had the nicest things to say about my contest entry, he said that he heard it fit together like IKEA furniture.
I don't doubt, Kite Tails, you will have no issues assembling Mesmer.
I hear it was like a piece of IKEA furniture.
And since half of the furniture in my house came from IKEA, I thought, okay, that's easy, piece of cake.
I hear he's hard to assemble also, but good luck to you. You play Elden Ring games, so you're used to, doing very difficult things.
When the shipping company canceled the delivery and called me and told me that they needed a bigger vehicle, I was a little concerned because the person I spoke to didn't actually say bigger vehicle. They said they needed a semi-truck. So then I was thinking, exactly how big is this statue that they need a semi-truck to deliver it? I pulled up the tracking information to see if there was any morsel of information about what I should expect. And I became really nervous because I saw 894 and I thought that's got to be in pounds, right? 894 pounds is really heavy. That's like 3 fridges in an oven. But then I reasoned to myself that there's absolutely no way it's pounds. Bandai Namco wouldn't send me a nearly 900-pound statue without having at least checked first to see if it was physically possible for me to accept something that big. That would be slightly unhinged. It's got to be ounces. It's just got to be like a hollow piece of plastic and weigh only 60-something pounds. So the new delivery day was scheduled, and I was out in my garage with the box cutter because at this time I was still under the impression that it's just IKEA furniture. It's just going to arrive in 3 giant cardboard boxes. So when the driver pulled up in his semi-truck and lowered the platform and wheeled into my garage, this gigantic case, and told me that this was only number 1 of 3, I was very, very apprehensive. And I asked him if he would be back later to pick up these crates because surely these belong to the shipping company. He just laughed and said, no, these are part of the delivery. Like, these boxes are yours now. And on the side of the crates were the dimensions of each box. And sure enough, the total weight was 890-something pounds, not ounces. Originally, I had planned on doing a live unboxing and doing a cute live stream and building it together with everyone.
Wait, guys, I will make a video we will put the statue together in our living room.
But once we saw how big these cases were, plans changed because there was no way those boxes could fit through a door. This would have been an impossible feat for just one person to accomplish. You can't even lift the lids off those boxes with just one person because of how wide and how heavy they are. So thank goodness that I had some help, because if I was a single gamer gal, Mesmer would still be in those boxes.
This is so creepy looking. Oh my god.
Does he not have eyes?
Whew.
Horrifying.
One of my retired neighbors stopped by and asked what on earth had been delivered because it looked crazy in the garage. And he was thoroughly disgusted when I told him it was a man made out of snakes. So he probably thinks I'm a snake-worshipping creep now. The statue did not arrive with any instructions on how to assemble it. So we thought, okay, let's just take everything out, lay it all on the floor, and then we'll build it from there. But when we opened the box with the base, it was very apparent that there was no way the 2 of us were lifting that. We had to get some extra help.
Man, that's so heavy.
It's actually, I don't think it is. I think
No, it is. It's really heavy.
Yeah, I guess you're right.
That base is so incredibly heavy. It feels like it was made out of stone. 4 skinny people trying to carry that big boulder through the front door was a nightmare. The pieces fit together with a series of pegs and magnets, so it kind of was like IKEA furniture. And because we didn't know what we were doing, we just decided to start from the bottom and work our way up. The snakes that wrap around him were probably the second most difficult part to assemble because we weren't certain which snake went where. And they look light, but they're actually really heavy. The statue itself is some kind of stone resin material. Each snake has wings that snap on with some pins and magnets, and I love the end result because it just looks completely flush as if it's one piece. The snakes are definitely my favorite part of the statue. And this is what he looks like without the cape. I wanted to show off his shoulder pauldron and some of the other details here. I kind of like it without the cape because I think you get to see a little bit more of his long, creepy arm. But what do you guys think? Cape or no cape? A few weeks after we put it together, I got another email from the marketing guy, and he sent me a ton of instructions and videos and references on how to build it and how it all fit together, and I just had to laugh because it felt like the most typical Elden Ring experience, to go through it the hard way only to have the patch notes tell you that, hey, we developed an easier fix for that. Comparing him to the in-game model of Mesmer, they did an incredible job with this sculpture. It's completely hand-painted and the artistry is phenomenal. Each inch of the statue has the most amazing details. You can see the veins in his arm and the texture on his skin, all of the little spiraled circles on each part of his chest plate. The really cool thing about his spear is that it can be set 2 ways. It can either be set at an angle or it can be set straight up. I think I like the slanted position more because it gives it this extra layer of movement. He's already hunched over menacingly, but him dragging the spear behind him feels so much more intense. It is still so surreal to me that I own this, and I cannot believe Bandai Namco put him in a box and slapped my name on it and sent it all the way to my house. It's going to be difficult for anything to ever top how incredibly epic this entire thing has been. I'm so unbelievably grateful that they made this possible, and he is hands down the coolest piece of gaming memorabilia that I will ever own. And that is your world exclusive behind the scenes look at my life-size Messmer the Impaler.